Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. My. Let's get everybody in here. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Okay, let me get this ready. Me. Sorry about that, everybody. Let's see here. Let's get this going. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the bird section. Oh, it's your boy Leo Bridgewater. We want to talk. I wanted to get with everybody for a hot second, and let me do this because this is one of those times where I'm definitely, feeling good about the way things are going. It's an exciting time right now. If you all don't are not, aware, hold on for a hot second. I'm sorry, I have to keep doing this stuff, y'all. Getting everything right. Okay, there we go. You know what I'm saying? What's good, Donald? What's the deal, brother? Me, Metal Mike. What up, Philly? What up? What's up, big dog? How you doing, bro? You know what I'm saying? While y'all in here, please do me a favor. Y'all know what to do. Hit that like button for me real quick. You know what I'm saying? I want to get this thing going. But what I'm going to do tonight is as I'm trying to get everything all settled in and moving in the right direction, I'm actually going to put the there we go. I'm actually going to put the Zoom channel because I want to give folks a chance to get in on this. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk turkey. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna put the link in here. You know what I'm saying? Copy invite link. There we go. And then uh got that right there. For all y'all that there you go. There it is. There it is. There's the link. That's the Zoom link. So if anybody is feeling inclined to hop on in here and talk to me about what they think about, what's happening, the latest with the Philadelphia Eagles. Y'all already know I've been saying it all weekend, especially in light of all the new news and stuff like that. How we making trades. We brought Fred Taylor back. We ended up picking up a third string, a QB, Sam Howell, who used to be the starting quarterback for the Washington Commanders. You know, he's now our third string quarterback, and we needed that. I mean, he could be our second string quarterback because we don't know what the severity of Tanner McKee's finger is, but it's okay because he's a better option than what we did have before. Um, and so, seeing how, what up, Drew? You know what I'm saying? Um, Seeing how everything is shaping up, and the busy work goes, what I'm saying? We're trying to get things right, like I was on Mark Holmes's call-in channel, his a member channel earlier today, and I listen, it's Howie Vision. We all just living in it. Fly, yo, are we not? You know what I'm saying? Are we not? I'm having a ball going through this. I'm having a ball watching this. You know, the you know what the interesting thing is about where we are, because see, here's the thing, right? We're a couple of days ahead of the 53 man roster cut down, and even then, once we hit that 53 man roster, once we get the numbers down, we're not done. We're not even close to done. Okay. Because Howie, he's always looking at the waiver wire, trying to think of ways in which we can make the team better. Just look at what he's done so far. Hi, Nina. How you doing? If you haven't already, please hit that like button for me. You know what it is. You know what I'm saying? I got to get these. It's the whole analytics thing, and I want to get these subs up, these likes up. I got to get people ahead watching this. Hey, Linda, if you can, what I'm saying? If you're inclined, if you want to, yeah, Linda, I had to. Linda, I had to. Okay. I'm getting to the point now where I can only take but so much. And then I got to start letting them have it. And that was what that was. That's what you heard. You know what I'm saying? So, what can I say? It is what it is. Bennett really is a game changer. Yeah. Hey, listen, you know what I'm saying? I think that, Jacorian Bennett, I think let me just touch on that, Mike. Hey Candy, how you doing? Here's the thing. You know, Jacorian Bennett, fresh in from the Raiders. You know what I'm saying? I see him probably maybe becoming the number 2 DB after week 2 because I still think he needs time to get acclimated. A lot of things happening. Bruce Banner, what's good, big dog? How are you? Why you here? I'm gonna keep saying it. Please hit the like button. Help your boy out because y'all know what it is. I gotta get these likes up. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the pass. I don't want to get to just 1,000. I want to get to 10,000. I want to get to 10,000 before before week 5. That's my goal. My goal is to get to 10,000, not 1,000, but 10,000 by week 5. You know what I'm saying? Because here's the thing, and thank you for that, Drew. Here's the thing. I want folks to recognize the fact that, we don't just travel well. Okay. We don't just travel well, but we support well. Okay. But I also want folks to feel comfortable enough to come here because everybody's welcome to the bird section. And so Retro says, Leo, it don't bother me, not phase. Used to Cowboys BS. And you know what? That's a damn shame that's what you gotten used to. Okay. That really is. Nothing for nothing. I don't think any fan base should really have to go through the things that they're going through, that you guys are going through. Although, albeit I love it because long live Jerry Jones, because it helps us out. You know what I'm saying? But you already know, if you haven't already, and for those who haven't, check out some of my previous videos because I put in a video where I said, what I'm saying, we have the best franchise on the planet. We do. But I made a video talking about how the front offices, not the fan bases, but the front offices need their asses kicked for the way that they've been running things, you know what I'm saying, particularly in the NFC East. And so I made the case for that a few weeks ago. So again, if you haven't already, take your time, go through the whole bird section, and you'll see what I was talking about when I say the things that I said, you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to do it again because I want to give you all, for those who can't see the chat, there's that right there in the chat is the link to hop in on the and bring it. I want to know, what are you guys thinking? How you guys feeling about, the way the Eagles have been, moving and shaking. We already know, everyone knows Howie is good for making sure that, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to make sure I get this stuff centered right so I can follow along with y'all. But Loyal, what's good? We got the richest franchise because Jerry don't spend money. That's true, Loyal. That's true. But is it worth it now at this point? Is it, like is that what you get to hang your hat on? You know what I'm saying? And Loyal, come in. I put I put the web link in there. I want you to come in, Loyal, especially you. You know what I'm saying? You've been on Mark's channel, you've been on Game Time's channel. Come to the bird section, even if it's just for 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Bless us, because I think I believe you're one of the more reasonable Cowboy fans that I love talking to. You know what I'm saying? Because what we've done at this point, and this is where we're different in regards to our week 1 opponent, because we've changed, we're focusing on not just how to make the roster better, but we're also focusing in on getting ready for week 1 against you guys. And that's interesting because when you think about the way the Cowboys are going, you know what I'm saying? It's the dumpster the dumpster fire. You're talking about everything other than football. You know what I'm saying? And that's the part that, is frustrating. I was on me and Loyal was on Mark's show earlier, and hold on, Pete Samuels, good show, Leo. Question: how do you feel about Shiloh Sanders? Should we go after him? You know what? I thought about that, and I think Shiloh would actually benefit from being on the Eagles from the coaching, but is it more of a benefit for him or would it be more of a benefit for us? Because to be honest with you, at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if they brought if Justin Simmons isn't on the team. I wouldn't be surprised. I would be surprised. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that, that we still need another safety, maybe, because you look at Andrew Bakuba, who's nursing that hamstring. I like I like the idea of bringing Justin Simmons in just because he's the right kind of veteran. You know, we still need I think we need some more. I like having that healthy mix of veteran with the youth leadership, and on top of that, he could actually help with that with helping bring those guys along because again, everybody on the defense, for a lot of the guys on our defense, not everybody, but for a lot of guys on our defense, they are actually in year 2 of the Vic Fangio experience. And so I would really like to see, you know, I like to have somebody who has some familiarity. Logan Motorsports, what's good, big dog? You know what I'm saying? What's good, champ? You know, if you're inclined, you know, again, I put the link to the chat. I put the link to the Zoom so you can hop in here. You know, and again, this is the birds section, y'all. So everybody is welcome here. Everybody. You know, this is yes, we're primarily an Eagles channel content fan channel, but in this channel, because we talk so much shit to our own team and to each other, I can't see why I wouldn't want folks to be able to get in here. I got somebody here ready to come in there now. Let me see who this is. Oh, my man. My man. Word up. See, this is what I'm talking about. You know, this is what I'm talking about. When you get blessed with good people who like to talk football. What's good, Loyal?
What's good? I'm in enemy territory, but
No, you're not. No, you're not. Everybody's welcome here.
yeah,
Everybody.
nah, I know.
You know what I'm
Um,
saying? I don't I'm not the guardrails are off here. You know what I'm saying? The guardrails are off, but I'm excited that you're here because I really am wanting to turn the page and really start talking about week 1. We got to get ready. You know what I'm saying?
well, everything you guys got everything going for you. Us, like I said before, if we win, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, you're gonna hear a lot of people were gonna be coming after you. But being that said, I'll be happy. I mean, I don't expect us to come out doing a lot because we got a new coach, but if we can get it within 3 points, I can see us improving and getting better as the week goes on. That's what I'm
Yeah.
mainly concerned about. I mean,
You just want to see where
wins
you
are
measure
good,
up
but
at.
I want to see us improve. I just want to see us improve, get in the playoffs, and do something.
Mm-hmm.
That's been our biggest thing. We've had good years and good stats and home field advantage and all that, but we just never take advantage of it. I just want to see us get better, man. I want to
Yeah.
see us get better and culture change and all that.
You know what? You guys are in a. You guys are basically in a. I would say a 5 to 6 week. Um, you guys are in a 5 to 6 week analysis of your team because of the changes that have taken place. You got the new head coach, need defensive coordinator, offensive coordinator, basically a whole new staff. You know what I'm saying? And so it's not even just about the play of the players, but it's also
Mm-hmm.
about the style of the coaching and how's this actually working. All
Mm-hmm.
the good things before Jerry undermined it all, you know what I'm saying? How much of that is still sticking? And real quick, let me read this. Loyal in the house. That's right. After the Cowboys, the fans I hate most is our own. They shut the team too much. Yeah, I think so. Pete says I think so. It would be a benefit for both. I feel. I believe Coach Parker and Coach Vic can help him grow. He's aggressive, which I like. Great show, Leo. Talk to you soon. You talk good football, sir. Thank you. I appreciate that, Pete. Pete was asking, you know, because Tampa Bay released Shiloh Sanders, Pete was asking, do you think it'd be in our benefit to go after him and pick him up? And I said, yeah. I said, well, yeah, but I don't know if it would be more of a benefit for him or would the benefit be for us. He would benefit really well just from being on a team that has championship caliber expectations, but also a grade A type of coaching staff. And so the type of coaching that he would get here, you know what I'm saying, any player would benefit from, you know what I'm saying? And so to be able to be an understudy would be great. Now, I'm of the opinion, Loyal, I'd like to see us get Justin Simmons just because I feel like I would feel a lot better having another veteran type, quality player such as like the one we had when we had Darius Slay, big play Slay on the team. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And so having that someone who has a familiarity with our defensive coordinator Vic Fangio, I
Mm-hmm.
think Justin Simmons could help with bringing the youngins up on the secondary and especially on the safety position, and what Vic likes to see and don't like to see. And that's just going to build off of the success we had with Cooper DeJean and Reed Blankenship. And then you got the youngins like Andrew McCuba and so forth, and then Sidney Brown. So I can go either way. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Me Metal Mike says, how do you think Shador Sanders would do in the regular season? I don't know if Shador Sanders is even going to see the field. There
I mean,
isn't.
he looked all right. I
Mhm.
mean, I just think that he's cocky. He gets that from his dad, but
Yeah.
I mean, I think if he just settles down and just shuts up, if he stopped running his mouth, he'd be a lot more better than what he is. That's the thing. He just
Hmm.
talks trash. He's just got that swagger about him. But I think he can help he can help a lot of I think I can see him being a number two somewhere, maybe developing stuff like that. But sometimes he throws the ball too much and holds on to the ball too long. That's his
Hmm.
biggest
Hmm.
thing. He
Hmm.
just needs to learn how to get rid of the
Hmm.
ball,
Hmm. Yep.
in a
No, I
timely
agree.
manner.
I agree. But I all right. So I wouldn't mind if we went and got Shador Sanders. And the reason why is because I think we could develop him better. You know what I mean? And the reason why I think we could develop him better is because Shador Sanders needs a team that has a quarterback that's a bigger personality than him. You
Yeah,
understand what I'm
he's
saying?
been all he needs to be humble. I mean, he was humbled in
And that's what
college.
I think Philadelphia will humble him a whole. Think about it. If the players, you know how Philly players are, they will dig in your ass.
Yeah, they'll tell him to shut the F up and
Exactly.
play football. That's what they did to
Exactly.
T.O. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah. And then on top of that, the fans, you gotta because he would need to develop that thick skin too. You know what
hmm
I'm saying? And what better a place to do that? Put like this: playing in Philly would either bring the best out of him or pull out the bitch assness.
hmm Yeah.
Whichever way, because you see what we did to Carson Wentz. You know
hmm
what I'm saying? And I said this the moment Carson started showing bitch assness, I was done. You got to go.
Yeah, he started out good. I mean,
Yeah.
that year, the 1 year you went to the Super Bowl, he had a great regular season. Then he got hurt, and after that, he wasn't the same. So,
Shout out to the stable one. He says he's not cocky. He's just confident. I agree with that. A lot of people don't understand, like the household and the system that he's come from and was raised in.
hmm
It can be unsettling for folks who don't understand, from what place he's coming from. Because the
Well, he
things that
just needs to keep his off the field, like the speeding tickets and stuff like that. I mean, granted, it ain't really big deal for him, but if he keeps getting on the radar, then Roger Goodell, how he likes to come after people. So he just needs to stay off. And I'll say this, I'll say that Shiloh, I think he got screwed out of, the game because he was just trying to defend himself. That tight end was all over him. He was like pushing him down and, he's just trying to defend himself. I don't think he should have got ejected in that game.
Yeah, well, listen, real quick, folks. If you haven't already, again, hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't done so already. And I've also put the link to the Zoom in the chat. So again, all are welcome here. All are welcome. So hop your ass in here if you want to. If you got something to say, you feel some kind of way or whatever, let us know. You know what I'm saying? I'm I gotta say I'm really I really am I consider it a blessing to have you here, loyal. You know what I'm
Thank you.
saying? Because again, like I said, I think you're one of the more reasonable Cowboy fans that I know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't like I always live by the term don't throw rocks at a man with a machine gun because right now, I mean, we got some good talent, but at the same time, we got a lot of improvement too. And
Yeah.
everyone knows it, but Jerry Jones. Everyone knows we need some run stoppers, but they keep doing the same thing over and over again, and it's frustrating as a
Well,
fan. It
you
is.
know what, loyal? I said it so many other different ways. I just figured out another way to say it. But I think the Dallas Cowboys today are victims of Jerry Jones' his current success.
Yeah,
He's
because
been
he's already accomplished it. I mean, what else? Here's what I feel. Jerry
Mhm.
Jones and one of my bosses at work, he's an Eagles fan too, but he made a good point. He said Jerry Jones owns the stadium, so he could sell the team and keep the stadium and still get his money.
Yep.
But I mean, I just wish he would. I mean, if he ain't going to do anything with the team, I just wish he would go ahead and just sell it to someone who wants to come in and make this a better team because he keeps holding us back. I mean, all off season, I was getting excited and I'm still excited about football being here, but once they put the microphone on him, he starts running his mouth. It's like, oh my gosh, everything was going smooth, and then until he started talking, and now we got the whole Micah Parsons thing going. I mean,
I
this
just
should
want to
have
read.
been done. That's
Let
what
me
I
read
hate
these
is
real quick. The
okay.
stable one says that man isn't going to be a good old boy like the rest of them. I hope Shiloh finds a job. They were just looking for a reason to release the kid. Man, everybody gets speeding tickets. Stable one says you should see how players go to and from the airport for away games. Oh, I'm sure they be burning it up on the highway. So I ain't mad at him. And he's young, so they're gonna, he's gonna make those
He just
kinds of
got caught
mistakes.
up, man.
Yeah,
He got a nice car, and they seen him, and they was like, okay, we're gonna get him. So
yeah, and look, he said it. Stable One said he just got caught. Unfortunately, laugh out
mhm.
loud. Linda
I mean,
Conyers, my girl. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, I got Mark Holmes in here. Mark, if you can, man. Well, no, I know you tired. But Mark Holmes is here. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mark Holmes because I was going in on his channel earlier. I had to loyal. You know what I'm saying? Because again, I'm in week one mode. I'm ready. This is
it's
this.
football. We're rivals, man. I mean, that's
Yeah,
what we do.
yeah,
That's what we do. It's all
yeah,
about, you
yeah.
can't stay in the heat. Get out the kitchen. I mean, you got to be able to bring it. And like
Mhm.
I said, my nickname's Loyal Cowboy because I'm loyal to my team through thick and thin. I mean, we might have some growing pains, but
Mhm.
I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I mean,
And I respect that.
I
I
think
so respect that.
offensively, offensively, we're going to be better. We're going to be better on offense. But my biggest concern is just the injury issues that we've been
Yeah.
having. I mean, if we
No,
can
well,
stay
health is going to be an
healthy,
issue for everybody.
and if Eberflus can get the defense going somehow, some way, and find a way to stop the run, I think we'll be better on defense. But that's wishful thinking because I wouldn't put Mozzie Smith in. I would cut him because I don't think he's the guy. You know.
Well, real quick, because Linda made a good point. Linda says, I sincerely hope Dallas uh, gets back to their greatness, and that will only make the Eagles that much better. Y'all talking about cutting your starting nose tackle, and you 1 week from playing us.
Well, he's underachieved, man. I mean, he's been. I when I drafted him, I was surprised because there's so many better players. But
You,
that's been our kryptonite. Is we get good linebackers, but then they get hurt all the time. I mean, this has
Vander
been going on
Esch,
since
and
Sean Lee, Van Der
yep,
Esch,
yep,
everybody, Overshown.
yep, that's true.
You know, we can't we get hurt there, and then our defensive tackles. We just can't find. The last good defensive tackle we had was Jay Ratliff.
I
That
remember
was
him.
about anything.
I remember him. I
But
remember
other
him.
than that, we had the Tristan Hills and the Woods and the Gallimores and all these guys, and they're all right, but they're not what we need. They're not what we need to truly stop the run.
One of the things that I remember, one of the things I remember most about Dallas is that you historically discipline has been an issue, and I'm talking about discipline on the field.
Off the yeah
Like
penalties,
yes, that's what I was about to say. Yeah, false
false starts,
starts. Saying the
holding,
holdings and everything like that. I
pass
get things happen.
interference.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and so it's like one thing like I've been in positions where I'm like, okay, you know what? All I need is now's the time for Dallas to fuck up. Please do something like go off sides or and they accommodate me. You know what I'm saying? So it at that point it then becomes comedy at that point. Like, see,
but
I called it.
here's the thing. Here's the thing about Dallas.
Mm,
And I love my team, but they, like you said, they just don't have the discipline. They're spoiled. They're spoiled. We got a state of the art stadium,
mm,
state of the art practice facility, and
mm.
everyone feels like they're entitled. But they need to be humble to the point where Jerry Jones is like, okay, this ain't working. I need these players to be focused and all this good stuff. And that's the thing I keep seeing with them is over and over again. They go out there, they got to get hurt. Only player I could say
Mm.
recently that got a contract that stuck through it is Ezekiel Elliott. He played through it with a PCL. Now, Dak's injury, obviously, he couldn't do anything
Got you.
because he pulled both. But some of these other players, they're just getting little sore ankles and stuff like that. You need to get out there
No,
and
you're
play.
right. No,
Old
you're
school
absolutely
players
right.
like the Ronnie Lotts and all those guys, they play through that.
You're absolutely
Yeah.
right. Okay. Oh, loyal. Here we go.
What?
Jesse's coming in.
Mark?
No, Jesse. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
okay.
Folks,
The
I put
weed
the
man.
Yeah, I
He's
put
hiding in the
it
weeds.
all in the weeds. Yeah, I put the link, the Zoom link in the description. So there you got it. I don't have to keep putting it in the chat. I mean, I'm going in between two different screens here, so I just wanted to make sure that I got folks in there. And again, folks, please help your man out. Hit that like button, and if you
Yeah, I
haven't
respect
already,
anybody's trying to do, one of these days I'll get a live stream, but I'm just not quite there yet. I mean, I got a lot of stuff I got to do, but
look,
so we'll do.
I'll tell you this much, man. If not for Eugene Monroe, really pushing me and helping me out with this, and then, of course, talking with Mark, and Mark really taking me, pushing me over the top, and giving me all the things that I need to know. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. So I would say just at some point, go ahead, take the dive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because here's the thing: the one thing you don't have to worry about is whether you would be looked at as someone who's not knowledgeable, because you are. You know what I'm saying? And I enjoy hearing your take on things too. You know what I'm saying? So I say go ahead. You have a lot to offer. You know what I'm saying? If there's one thing that I gotta say, I gotta give credit, to Mark Holmes over, is that he's had some really quality folks on his channel, and some of
Mm-hmm.
them really do need to be doing their own channels. You know what I'm saying? Even Jesse's stupid ass with that damn in the weed shit that he's always
Yo,
talking about.
yo,
Like if there's any loyal, right? If there's anybody who should be doing a channel too, is Jesse, just because they're coming off of the worst season ever in history. You know what I'm
yeah.
But now the
saying?
Giants are going,
And,
like you said, I think the Giants are going to surprise a lot of
and
people
they're
this
up and
year.
coming. Yes, they're
I
up
mean,
and
they've had so
coming.
many bad years. Now they're finally
What is what does
starting to
Scarface
do.
say, guys? Good evening. Good evening, guys. I'm gonna go. We were just there. We took another bullets, man. We take all the bullets. We take your bullets. Guess
Yeah,
what? We coming back.
it's okay. It's
Because I
okay,
think
Jesse.
your coach is in a hot seat, and this is probably his last.
He's got. That's
Yeah.
it. Even if he does go, we still have our team. Not a
Jesse,
problem.
let me ask you something. What would make you, as a Giants fan, what would make you change your mind? So let's run it back again with Dayball. What would you need to see?
First of all, Dable didn't have his. Dable got a rental of a damn quarterback. That wasn't his quarterback,
I agree.
right?
I agree.
It wasn't a score, but they had no business. That was a damn general manager keeping him. I don't know why they kept his ass. Should
Well,
never. They should never change.
I thought Eli Manning had something to do with Daniel Jones going down.
Look, when Eli Loyal, when they sat Eli down, that or other judge, when he sat him down, that was
Mhm.
blasphemy. They should have never done that. He was never injured. He would have had the record. They disrespected him and the fans sitting him down. That's a bunch of bullshit. Excuse me.
No,
But
no,
You're
no,
fine.
no, 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 no. I like this is the whole purpose of the bird section, for you to express yourself however you see fit. Here in the bird section, the guardrails are off. Okay, Jesse, the guardrails are off. I know your ass like to be in the fucking weeds and shit, but no,
no,
the
we out,
guardrails are
Leo.
off.
He
Talk your
said he's
shit,
out
bro.
now.
Yeah, I know, right?
Leo, we
Yeah,
out now. We
yeah.
out. There's no more weeds. Momo's shitting because we out of the weeds.
Yeah. That perfect example. You know what I'm saying? Momo.
You know?
He's not. He has yet to turn the page and get ready for week one, and he playing y'all. You know what I'm
What's
saying? I'm
worse?
like
Yo, what's worse, man? What's the worst thing? A blind man who don't want to see?
a blind man who can't, who can't,
Can't,
who can't
don't
hear.
want to see.
Momo's cool. It's just, but when he starts saying that Jaden Daniels is the next, I mean, he
Oh,
might
you
be all
know
right,
how I was
but
drooling to come on the I'll come on the
I
show
mean, but
there.
like I
Want to see
told
him
him,
alive? My God, pause.
but when teams got tape on you now, I mean, it's
Yeah,
good when the off season teams do. That's what they do. They watch
That
tapes and stuff
first
like
season is a
that.
death sentence for him. It's a sophomore year. Now he's got really got, and they didn't get nobody
yeah.
for him. They didn't get nobody.
Well, they
Yeah, they
did
got
draft the
some
off. They
veterans, but their
yeah.
defense is old.
Damn,
I was
that's
gonna say, aren't they like
scary.
the oldest team?
Yes,
Yeah.
they're
Like I
old.
said,
How do you?
I called them the Methuselah Club.
Jesse went biblical. Oh,
Exactly. Older
But
oh,
than
oh.
Washington's always been
almost
like that,
getting away
even
with his staff.
before. I mean, they had Deion Sanders. Remember they had Deion Sanders. They had everybody, all the
Gee,
older players. They just tried to make splash moves and and it just
Right,
backfires on them.
yeah.
right.
Freaking Geritol bunch.
Right. And listen, folks, again, hit the like and subscribe button if you haven't already. And the link for the to hop in here and talk with us is in the description. So please come on in, hop on in and talk your shit. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the whole point of this. But going back to what we said now, I want to read a couple things on here because the stable one, and if you don't, stable one, that's my man Eugene. You know what I'm saying? He says it's not a matter of old school playing through anything. New school players don't. That's a fallacy. Every year, guys are playing with torn ligaments, broken bones. That's true.
Yeah, beating Warriors.
Mo had dumps like a truck. Lord Bond.
Damn.
But you're getting paid big money to play football, and you're expected to. I mean, unless you're like you said, you're carted off the field, you really can't go. You're expected to be out there, man. I mean, and that's what a lot of these players now.
Yeah.
They're just.
Well, it's loyal. It's like an underwater welder. The same thing.
Linda
If you're
Kyer
pinky
says,
hurting or
Get
something
paid.
like that, come on now, wrap it
Joe
up. and go.
Damasi, what's good, big dog?
Joe.
The link for the chat for the Zoom here is in the description if you're inclined to hop in. Linda
Come on
Kyer
in,
said,
Joe. The
yeah,
water's
listen,
warm. I took a piss in it.
Linda Kyer says JD 55 got to do some learning. He played a high percentage of backups last year. Listen, the thing about Jaden Daniels is that the tape is on him now.
Yes.
Okay, the tape is on him.
And as well as we know with our quarterbacks, with Dak and Hurts, you can only use your legs for so long.
That's true.
You start figuring it out. You got to be able to mix it up, run when you need to, pass. But if you're just going one of those type of quarterbacks that runs all the time, you ain't gonna last. You got to be able to have some type of,
Perfect example. Oh, Momo, remember RG3?
Oh yeah, he got hurt.
He wasn't. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
But the only thing that really saved them, if you want to call it saving them, was they drafted Kirk Cousins the same year.
Yeah, but unfortunately, let him play when he should have let him play, or he would have been still in the league.
Yeah. Well, and look, y'all, Joe Damasi done hopped in here, so we really I'm loving this. I'm loving this. Come on in, Joe. You know what I'm saying? All the way out there in California, San Fran, right, bro?
There's over there, brother.
Have you ever drove across that bridge, Joe?
Yeah, I have. I did for the first time last month.
See, I get scared of bridges, man. I don't know
what
it is.
Yeah.
One of those people?
It's the most expensive.
But I did drive to Philly though one time. I drove across the bridge to get over there.
Which one, the Betsy Ross or the
by
one
the link? I went to the Philadelphia Zoo 1 year.
That's the one that's over by the Philadelphia shipyards.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, coming in
the
95.
worst one I ever went through. No, Leo, the worst one I went through was over there in Texas. That long ass bridge over there. Oh my God. Which one is that, Loyal? That long ass bridge.
You ever been to Charleston, South Carolina?
No.
Oh.
They got a bridge, man. It's really high because it goes up because you got to have the boats and stuff go through, man.
Let's put it this way, guys. When I was going to catch my plane after I discharged from the Army, there was a car in front of me. The wind caught it. They said drive less than 40 miles an hour. This woman drove. That car got picked up by the wind and almost went over the bridge. We had to literally run over the bridge. The car pull it down.
But the thing that scares me is remember that bridge that collapsed over in Baltimore where people are driving across it?
Yeah,
that's what scares me, man. Is being on the bridge and then this.
Yeah, well, if you guys haven't done it yet, wait till you take a ride over the Chesapeake Bay Bridge.
Barry did that.
I've heard about that.
Yeah, that one right there.
Verrazano too. The Verrazano's another one.
Bridge. Yeah, if you haven't been over the Chesapeake Bay Bridge yet, talk to me then. You know what I'm saying? And then you'll, like for a lot of those folks like you, Loyal, who don't do bridges very well, yeah, that Chesapeake Bay Bridge will definitely get your spidey senses all discombobulated.
If it says, guys, rule of thumb, if it says 40 miles or 45, it's 40, 45.
Right. Let me see. I understand how you Stable One is talking. He says, I understand how you feel, but nobody is taking to the sidelines on purpose. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Linda Kiner said, I wouldn't compare JD 55 to RG3. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. I mean, there's a lot to have to uncover there. I'm anticipating a sophomore slump. I don't think.
I am too. I get what Linda's saying though. He has a better arm than RG ever did. I
Yeah,
feel.
I
Yeah.
don't. And listen, this is not to say that he's not going to be a good quarterback and everything like that.
Of course not.
I think I can remember there are times that me and Joe and Loyal talked about like that sophomore slump being a very real thing, and something. But again, you listen to some of these Commander fans and you wouldn't think so. Letting them tell.
Momo.
Please
Exactly.
let him.
It's cool. He's
Please
confident.
let
He's
him think
confident
that.
in his team, and that's
Please
cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
let
Now,
him think
I
like
will
that.
say this though. I will say this. So last week, and if you look at some of my old videos from earlier in the week, I did a live with another potential Commanders content creator named Jamila. You know what I'm saying? And if you guys haven't, if you don't know who she is, she's one of the funniest people I know on
Okay.
social media. She makes all these shorts, and it's just things about being a parent and the different things, getting as she's being she's married now and everything like that. So, but they're funny. Her take on things are funny, and I told her because it's something that she naturally does already, and she opens herself up. Well, first of all, I didn't even know that she was a Commanders fan. I didn't know she was into football, but she did a video about her irrational hatred towards Cowboys fans, and I thought it was funny as hell. And so I invited her on, and she came onto the channel, and we talked it over. By the time we were done, I was like, "Girl, you need to be doing this." The first time we met, I did a panel discussion in Brooklyn, and when we were done, you had to go and do like a media, a press junket, and she was one of the people who interviewed me when I came off the stage to talk, and we hit it off, and I just stayed in contact with her, and so it was the first time me and her had actually spoken directly to each other, and it was Pete, I appreciate that. He said you and LB the other night was fired. Listen, so Loyal, Jesse, I had an opportunity, Joe, I had an opportunity to hop on with Laura Brunson a couple of nights ago. It
Missed
was the
that.
first time he and I actually spoke to each other directly and everything. And we ended up, we hold on for a second. Go ahead and get up off this thing for real. Sorry about that. My dog is here. And so he and I had an opportunity to discuss, what it was like, being veterans and the things that we
Oh, he
think.
is a veteran. I knew it, Leo.
Yeah,
I knew it.
Jesse, listen, he's a 25U. You know what I'm saying? Yup, he's a 25U. Loyal, that means he's a 25 uniform. He's a signal guy, radio operator. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. And I think he was attached to I think he was attached to a infantry unit.
Okay.
And
My
and I
condolences.
and because Loyal, we were on Game Time Bryant's channel one night, and Game Time kept saying how Laura Brunson is just mean and he's terrible and he's not and all this other stuff. And I was like, I don't think Game Time understands that he's talking to a non-commissioned officer from the United States Army, and probably I thought he was an 11 Bravo, which is an infantryman. But being the fact that he's an NCO, and Jesse could tell you, non-commissioned officers, I don't care what your background is. I don't care how much shit talking you do. NCOs have PhDs in shit talking. Okay.
Mind freak.
Yeah, that's the whole point. Their whole existence is to mind fuck the hell out of you. You know what I'm saying? Because they got to beat that civilian out of you and build you up so that you can remain functional in a state of chaos. And that's the part that I think that Game Time and a lot of other people, what they react to, you don't realize exactly what it is that you're reacting to. And that dude just happens to be a NCO. And it took me a minute to figure it out. Jesse, I think me and you talked about it once before.
Oh yeah.
Like what we thought, because I was like, Loyal, I'm listening to LB, and I'm just
I can
like,
smell it. I can
yeah,
smell it.
you can see it, yeah, you can see it. And so when we got on the when we actually got on the live the other night and everything, and we got to talking, it came out, and I was like, I knew it. You know what I'm saying? And That was the thing. And I think that's part of his secret sauce. You know what I'm saying? Whether he realizes it or not, you know what I'm saying? I think people are going to have a hard time, dealing with him because of the fact that he's a former NCO in the Army, and they just don't know. That's a whole different kind of beast that you got to deal with. And
Okay.
I tell people all the time, that's the smoke you don't want. You don't really want that smoke. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, Cameron Holmes. He said you and Brunson had a fun stream. You know what I'm saying? Vinny Hagan. You know what, Vinny? I like you, Vinny. I appreciate the hate.
Vinny, yeah,
Keep
Vinny's
it
awesome.
coming. Keep it coming. You know what I'm saying? Vinny, keep it coming. I love it. I want you to. Again, if you're so inclined, the Zoom link is right there in the description. You know what I'm saying? Come on in. That's for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So whenever the time comes, you know what I'm saying? Because I still got to get these likes up. I got to get these subs up. I got to get these watch hours up. You know what I'm saying? And once that happens, because I said I just put it out before you guys hopped in that my goal is I want
10,000.
to get to 10,000 by week 5.
Okay.
And I know that's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Leo,
Well, like I
Leo,
said, if we beat y'all week 1, you'll probably have all
yeah,
of us
Leo,
come
lose that
over
first
and
game.
Bruh.
I guarantee you will get a lot
you
of
don't have to
Bro,
worry
people.
about
listen,
that because our
wait,
whole
Jesse, hold
group
up,
will
hold
come
up,
over.
wait, Jesse, listen to this because Joe gonna love this, right? So, not last year before last, right? Oh my God, I was talking big shit like I always do. Okay, and 23 is when I realized that 49er fans felt like we took their Super Bowl from them in 22.
Oh,
I already did it
they
for you,
hated
Leo.
Yeah.
Leo.
I
And
have
Joe,
a lot
I,
of
Leo,
I
San
mean,
Fran fans.
I talk shit on you guys constantly, especially back then when you guys
yeah,
didn't
Yep.
win, you know. So
yeah.
and they would say, "Hey, I agree. Fuck the Eagles." You know,
Oh,
Oh
yo,
yeah, I
they
have plenty of them
hated
around here.
they felt you guys took their only Super Bowl chance.
Joe.
My dad's a
Yeah.
49ers fan, so he
Oh, is he?
Oh, he probably hates us too.
he doesn't like
I
he
had a
hates
buddy. I
Brock
had a buddy that
Purdy.
was over Fred.
I'm
Oh
around
man,
them
he
every
wanted
He
to
day.
punch
hates
your
Brock
head.
Purdy. He thinks
Oh
he's
yeah.
just
Joe, listen. So I'm making videos, and mind you, I'm not even doing this on YouTube. I was doing it on Instagram. This is when I found out. So I'm doing it on Instagram. So I do a couple of videos because there's a bird section on Instagram too. And if you haven't checked it, check it out, right? So I'm doing these videos, and as a matter of fact, I was at Eugene Monroe's house. I was at Eugene's house, okay? And so it's one thing that I'm doing these videos and everything like that, but then at the same time, I also have to deal with Eugene. Okay, so I'm getting shit talking from a couple of different angles. I make these shorts, right? Don't think anything of it, bro. I had like 150,000 views, a shit ton of comments, all coming from 49er fans. They was cooking the shit out of me. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah.
They was cooking the hell out of me. And I was like, what in the hell? And that's how I got, my honor, Vinny. You know what I'm saying? I honestly didn't know. I didn't become aware until then. And to be honest with you, that's really when the conversation sort of picked up what
what's up,
Eugene was
Vinny?
saying. You need to be doing this. You need to be doing a YouTube channel and all this other stuff. And then we got the going and everything like that. And he started putting things together for me. And before you know it, here I am. And then I met Mark, you know what I'm saying? And then, Mark started giving me giving me the real ins and outs and stuff like that. And then this is how I ended up where I am right now, and listen, it's been fun, because I get to meet some people that ordinarily I wouldn't even get to talk to. You know what I'm saying? And this is the benefit, and Jesse could tell you, this is what the real benefit of being a winner in the modern era does, because you got the target on your back. Everybody coming for you.
Oh,
Everybody got
come on
something to
now,
say. You
Can you
know.
imagine
Leo.
if there was YouTube back when we had won the Super Bowl? How bad it would
Oh,
be.
Oh,
Leo.
oh my
Leo,
God.
can you imagine?
Oh,
Leo, can you imagine when we beat the GOAT 17-1? Can you imagine how we were blown the hell up?
yeah. Oh, and
Oh yeah.
and see, Jesse, listen to me very carefully, okay? That is why I'm saying you ought to be doing this, because you're on the come up slowly, but you guys are on the come up. So you have reason to be optimistic, and you have things to talk about. You know what I'm saying? And
Sure, of course.
you know, and like I said, outside of when you talking that weed in the weed shit and you're talking your shit, at the end of the
We out of
day,
the weeds,
you do
Neil.
know
We out of the weeds.
football. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
the thing about it is that you're not always saying outlandish things, and the same sentiment goes for you, Loyal. Like you should be riding this. I know it's not the best of waves, but you should be riding this wave. You know what I'm saying? You do
Mhm.
have reasonable things to say. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Mhm.
like listen, I listen to when Joe talks. You know what I'm saying? I do. I listen to when Joe
But
talks. You know what I'm
And
saying?
there's
I
some
listen
good
to when Loyal talks, when you talk Loyal. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
there's
saying?
some good content out there. I mean, some of these guys,
Absolutely.
man,
Yeah.
know stats about players that I didn't even know about. And it's like, man, some of these guys could be like on ESPN. They're that good. I'll be watching them do the stats. Vosh
Well, I
Lombardi,
was
all these guys. I'm like, damn.
yeah, Voch is awesome.
Yeah,
One
he's freaking,
Nation.
he's good,
yeah,
man.
yeah,
Him,
yeah,
Wall
yeah.
Yeah,
Nation,
Oh
all
yeah,
yeah.
those
they're
guys,
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boss Cowboy, they're all good.
I look at I also look
Oh
at
yeah.
CFT Cowboys fan talk and
Mhm.
Angry. Oh
Yeah, Angry
man,
Cowboy's
Angry's
good.
good.
Angry.
Angry
I
Cowboys
like.
are, oh
He
my
got that
God.
God, I
Tone Loc
haven't.
voice, but he's good. He's good.
Oh, Angry is
I,
really
I haven't.
angry
I
cowboy.
haven't watched Angry in a while. I got to go back on his channel. Yeah, Angry's awesome. I love him. Have you
Yeah,
guys heard of
And I
19?
and I
Have
gotta
you
give
guys
a
heard of
shout out to my man.
1980?
I gotta give a shout out to my man Game Time. He's good too.
yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, Game Time.
Game time's another
Yeah,
one.
Game
Game
You
Time's
know
Time,
what's
awesome.
interesting
Smart,
Yeah,
about
he's
Game
all
done
these
all
Time?
he's
guys
doing.
are
He
prime
is
time. They're
too.
all good, man.
Yeah, the interesting thing about Game Time is number one,
Time too.
he's in market here. Okay,
Yep.
so and Game Time's inundated with a lot of a lot of Eagles news. You know what I'm saying? So he's a lot more informed than your typical Cowboy fan who's out of market. You know what I'm saying? And what Game Time does is he has that ability to take the current news, what you hear and everything like that, and then put it up against what's happening in Cowboys Nation. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that, and this is what I think the other the rest of the fans don't get when it comes to Game Time, is if he's subdued, he has reason to be subdued. That's the thing. I think you should really listen to what he's saying, particularly when it comes to, or what even when he doesn't say. It's and the reason why he don't say things, because it's got to be tough. I listen. I did my time in the military, and I was always out of market, and it's so much fun for me these last. Oh shit! Oh oh yo, Jesse, I'm coming up next year. It will be 20 years I've been out of the army.
I'm going 30, buddy. I got out in 92.
Oh,
See that back here? Well, see the picture back here?
yeah.
That's why I got out
Oh,
basic training.
oh my God, 20 years. Damn.
Yep.
Sorry about that, Loyal. It's just
Nah,
sometimes there are certain milestones that just kind of throw you for a loop, because it's just like, damn, it's been that long. And listen, I don't know about you, Jesse, but Loyal, sometimes I have dreams that I'm still in.
Me
yeah,
too.
I heard about.
Me too.
I
I've
still
had that
had
too. I mean, back in Panama getting shot at, driving my
Yeah.
damn 113.
Yep.
and
I've
that's
even had dreams where I'm like, they're calling me back in.
military's tough. I mean, it is if you
Yep.
can get through it, but once you get through it, it opens up a lot of opportunities for you.
I'll tell
Absolutely.
you
But you're
what,
It's
every
also
like
time I see somebody military, I always
first
tell
time
them, I got
home
my
buyer, all
son's
that
in the
stuff.
military, my
You go
nephew's in
out,
infantry, my son's in infantry.
and it really
Yeah,
pays off in the workforce.
Eagles Collective Podcast. Just look in the description. The link to the Zoom is in the description. So hop on in if you want to, man. Would love to have you on. You know what I'm saying? Again, everybody, this is the bird section and all are welcome. Okay, and so come on in if you want. Folks, the link to get in here is in the description. So just hop on in. Love to have you. You know what I'm saying? Come on in and talk your shit. Again, y'all, the guardrails are off, so speak your mind. Okay. I just ask that you be mindful about the manner in which you say things and who you're
Yeah,
talking to directly. That's the one thing I will say. You can say what you want, just be mindful of the manner in which you say it. But please hop on in. Would love to have you here, because again, and if you haven't already, please hit the like button. Let's get these and subscribe if you haven't already. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all know it's all about the algorithm, right? You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. And I've already put it out there, so I'm gonna speak it into existence. But I'm gonna hit 10,000 by week 5, and if not, at the latest midway
But
through. Yes,
Leo,
sir.
just lose that game, and you'll get plenty of them.
I'm
Jesse,
trying to tell you, if that happens, you're gonna be.
Jesse, listen to me. Loyal, listen to me. I get what you're saying, but I'm an Eagles fan. So
I
let's
know.
keep the main thing the main thing.
You
I
gotta
am
rep your
not
team. I mean, we all got rep our
We're just
teams.
trying to
That's
Yeah.
help you. Hey, Leo, we're just trying to help you.
You know what, Jesse? You can kiss my ass because I know exactly what you're doing.
We're
I know what you're doing. I know exactly what Joe, do you look at his face when he said it? Look at how he said it. You know what I'm saying? He full of shit. Loyal, come on now.
Yeah, no, well, I'm rooting for the Giants week 1 against the Commanders, but then week two they play Dallas, so it's back to the
I'm,
yeah,
rivalry.
I'm,
we got
I'm
a tough little stretch, man. I ain't gonna lie. We got
bro. Yeah, I was gonna say break
Tell
down your
us.
I
schedule
mean,
to
the
me.
Bears even look better on paper. I don't know how good they are, but the Bears look good. And then, of course, we got Green Bay.
Mm-hmm.
They got our number.
It seems like they always got our number. So
Who,
we
Yeah.
got
who are your first? Who are your first
That's
6
our
games
first.
against?
That's our first 4. The next 2, gosh, I think one is against the Jets. I think they play because I know Walker Wade was going to go to that one, and then gosh, I forgot the other one. Let me see.
Okay, so
I'm gonna look it
uh
up.
hold on. So for us, we have, of course, we got you guys week 1. Week 2, we got Kansas City. Week 3, we had the LA Rams, and week 4, we got Tampa Bay. And then week 5, we have Denver, and then week 6, we have
Ooh,
Jesse and them, the Giants.
We got the Jets. We got the Jets in Carolina, like
Over.
he said.
yeah, Jets
Oh,
in
okay, so it kind of
Carolina.
lightens up come
Yeah, it
week
lightens
5 and
up.
6.
And we
Yeah.
got the
You're gonna
Yeah.
lighten up.
Washington.
You're gonna get softened up when you meet us.
Denver, they seem to always, I mean, we always struggle with
I
Denver.
can't stand them. They look
Yeah.
good. The
Then
damn
we got
quarterbacks look
Arizona.
good.
Oh, we always I feel we can't beat Arizona. I
I mean, I
hate
don't know what it is,
Arizona.
man.
I
Dobbins,
hate
Okay,
Arizona.
so Arizona for you guys is what Tampa Bay is for us. Like I don't know
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah. I don't know what it
It's
is.
something
Yeah.
about Tampa Bay, and I also think Green Bay is like that for you guys too. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Green
Especially
Bay
as a
for you
recent.
guys is like what the Commanders are for
I just
us.
think that playoff game for us, man, that was just mental because we had way more talent than them, and it just, I don't know what happened, man. It's just mental. It just, and like I said, that's my thing about Dak. I think he's a great athlete, but I wish he would be more vocal to the team, especially now that he got the contract and stuff like that.
Right.
I know he wants to be respectful towards his teammates and all that, but at the same time, you got the keys to the city, man. You got to go. You got to step up and be that guy. You got to be the voice in the locker room. That was why
Right.
we had success in the
Yeah.
90s, was because we had voices in the locker room.
I agree
The
with you. I
Aikmans,
agree
the
with you.
Emmets, the Irvings, and those guys would speak up. But these guys now, they're just kind of, I mean, they bond good. They're friends, but they don't want to hurt each other's feelings. But sometimes you got to be honest with
Holy
people.
smokes, y'all. Guess who's in the chat, y'all?
Lloyd Daniel.
Yeah, Troy.
What's up, Troy?
What? Troy,
How's Achilles, Troy?
Troy, yo, listen. The link to the Zoom chat is in the description. So hop on in, man. Tap in with us,
Troy?
bruh. I know you got a new gig, so it keeps him, quite busy, but always happy to hear from you, man. For real. We miss seeing you. I know don't we got a draft coming up pretty soon too, y'all? A fantasy draft?
I think game times is, yeah. I tried to
Okay.
get in that league, but
Supposed
I
to be
think
coming up
I didn't get in that
in
league.
a few days.
Yeah. Oh man. I'm so happy to hear from you, Troy. For real, man. Happy to hear from you. Glad you're here. Thank you for coming to the bird section. Again, folks, I'm gonna keep saying it. Keep hitting that like button. If you haven't already, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Help me get these subs up. Because again, I'm out there. I'm putting myself out there. I want to get to 10,000 by week 5, no later than week 8. You know what I'm saying? At the midway point of the season. And to Jesse and Loyal and Joe's point, if we lose one, that'll get us there. Y'all can kiss my ass. I ain't trying to lose that.
I'll be the first there. Come here. I'll give you a boot to ass.
But I will say, because I was saying this earlier with the story about, making the shorts and finding about San Fran fans. Once we lost, y'all,
Probably
wow.
had like, yeah.
Oh,
But
man.
what's the Green Bay content guy's name?
Oh, you're talking about Tom Grassi.
Yeah, I remember one time we was on Mark's
Ooh.
channel and he had all of his guys come over and wave, and they came over
Oh
like,
yeah.
man, there was a lot.
To Mark's channel?
Yeah,
Yeah.
one time it was like we was playing them or something,
He
and he
came
was
in
like,
deep.
Yo, let me tell you something. I went from 100 and I want to say I had like 134 subscribers, and and when I did that thing with LB a couple of nights ago, I'm up to like 250. You know what I'm
mhm.
saying? Like just like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's just with me going back and forth with LB. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Coyote says, you in a win-win situation. If you win week 1, you can keep talking the ish. If you lose, then you get to get more smoke. Actually, yeah.
I got dibs.
But I would choose I choose I would much rather take the win in the game.
If we win
You know what I'm
week
saying?
1, it's going to be a lose-lose situation for us. Because
How
if we
so?
win, all the talking heads on
Preseason.
TV are going to say, "Oh well,
Y'all headed to the
Dallas
Super Bowl.
was this and that, blah blah blah." If we lose, oh, they're going to
And
say,
to add to Royal's
Loyal.
point too, the Eagles fan Philly 500 already said it. He said they're going to say they're going to say, oh, it's the Cowboys Super Bowl. This is their Super Bowl.
Loyal. This
Mm.
is, hey guys,
They can't
look,
win
this
the
is the,
playoffs.
who
Thanks,
cares what the
William
Penguins said? They're
William
dying
Galbraith.
anyway. It's a dying breed, like I said before.
But see, here's the thing. It's for a team in a position that Dallas is in. It's the regardless of whether you win or lose, it's a measuring stick for you, because you have so many
"Yeah,
other things that y'all gotta
it is
look
a
at
measuring. It's
and
a
come
measuring
to
ship
see.
for Shoddy because he could
Yep.
say, okay, this is what I need. This is where we're at, and and
Hey,
I like Shoddy. I mean, when he first came here, I wanted Deion Sanders. I ain't gonna lie. When I heard the
hey,
rumors, I was
Really?
like, if we could have that guy. But then the more I listen to Shoddy and stuff like that, the more I'm like, okay, he seems like he knows
hey,
his stuff.
Leo. Troy just announced about his members who want to join the league. About the members who want to join the league.
If any of your chat members want to join a league, here's the free fantasy link. I would like to hold the draft next Saturday. Say less. Put that in the chat for me, and I'll make sure I get that on the. I'll make sure we broadcast that. But yes, absolutely. Thanks, Troy. I appreciate you, man. Let me see. Why I bring up playoff records? All I know is Dak owns the NFC East. Texas boy, that's part of the problem. That's all you know. That's all you know. You know what I'm saying? You know that Dak owns the NFC East. If that's where you want to rest your hat on, and if that's what you take comfort in, then God bless you. You know what I'm saying? Handle it.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
honestly
Bruce,
tired. I'm
Texas
tired
boy
of
is that
taking
guy.
comfort in that.
At this point,
Yeah,
I'll take all those stats back. I just want to see us succeed. I'm tired
right.
of getting to the divisional
Loyal.
round, and it's like we just lose. We just
Linda
melt.
Kanye says at Bruce Banner, Cilio ripped him a new one. He is now
Oh,
YouTube
yeah.
famous.
Who you talk about? Who does Philly rip?
She said, Texas boy, that crap don't work here. I think she's talking about
Rick,
Texas
fuck the
boy.
seal.
I'm not entirely sure who she's talking about, but who cares? It's funny as hell. It's Linda Conyers, y'all. Y'all know how she is. She's one of the best shit talkers out there, and I love her for it. You know what I'm saying? Linda, one day I want you to come on in here to the bird section, and so everybody can really, I'll give you the mic. I'll step back and let you handle it. It'd be funny.
But that's what I'd like to see, man. I'd like to see a women's perspective, all
Absolutely.
women's round table
Well, that's what
perspective
Oh,
on the different teams.
Game time was
I
talking about
got
that.
Yeah.
someone. I got
Yeah,
somebody over there on the
I
Giants.
mean,
She's
that would be
Giants
cool just to
thing.
see all the women's point of view, about how they feel about it. That'd be interesting.
We got Warren from the Eagles Collective hopping on in here. You know what I'm saying? Peace, Warren. What's good, bruh?
Warren.
What's going on, guys?
Hey, we're sitting here just we're sitting here just talking football, because as an Eagles fan, we've turned the page and we're focused on, the 53-man roster and then week one. So I'm trying to get these folks to understand that, first of all, for Dallas, this is going to be a long 11 days. This is the long walk to the gallows,
Exactly.
and considering, all that has happened, because listen, Warren. So prior to the preseason even starting, and there was all these good sentiments with with Schottenheimer. He moved Dak and Micah's blocker right next to each other, and he took some guys line dancing, I think, or whatever. And Micah was playing jokes, and so there's all these things that are new and different, and wasn't hearing anything from Jerry. You know what I'm saying? So that was new and different for them too. And I asked all these guys on here, all right, you know what I'm saying? I asked all these guys, I said, hey, are you optimistic or should you be cautiously optimistic? No, Leo, I'm optimistic. Things are different. And it's like Jerry built them up. He let them go up, up, and then he couldn't help himself. And everything just crashed. You know what I'm saying? And it undermined the things that Jerry's been doing, has undermined the fan base's ability, not just the coaching, but the fan base's ability to even be able to enjoy, the season coming up.
No, that's fact.
And they're in week. We're preparing. This is Dallas hate. This is Dallas hate 2 weeks. Okay. And they can't even begin to even think about us because there's so many things that they got to deal with.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how the Micah Parsons thing just deflated like all that optimism and enthusiasm for the team.
Absolutely.
And I look at it as it's good for us.
Yeah.
But I want a competition though. Like I don't want it to be.
Don't worry, Warren, we coming.
Yeah, and so I look at it as
I agree.
And then I saw the Netflix show too.
Oh, you watched it?
Yeah, I watched that. And
tell me about. I haven't seen it, so tell us about it. Tell me about it.
My personal opinion, it definitely shows. Just I think I mentioned it to you on your podcast with I'm the Eagles Collective. So
yeah, I know. Yep, I got you.
So on the podcast, I was saying I think it just showed the Cowboys' glory days and just how they started and that build up. But it's like it's our time now. Like at the end of the day, it's the Eagles' time now, and we see what's going on. I get it. A lot of people think that we just talking, but at the end of the day, to have this same defensive coaching staff come back, these same rosters come back.
Yeah.
Like it's what else can you think? Like the only thing that can hurt us is truly just health. If we can stay healthy throughout the entire season.
And that's the thing. All it takes is one snap of the finger for any team. Any team could be in a position to win, and it takes that one huge blow and they could just turn it around.
But I've seen a deliberate approach to sort of address that. You know what I'm saying? Especially, and I'm talking about for Philadelphia, because I said this earlier on Mark's channel, was that, our entire preseason has really been about, the analyzing and collection of quality depth. The Sam Howell trade, what that did was, it brought us a competent quarterback. And understand something, and Warren could tell you, as Eagles fans, we know the value of having a competent QB a la Nick Foles.
Yeah. That's what I'm about to say is, you guys, fortunately for y'all, when you won the Super Bowl, when Carson Wentz went down,
hell of a
you
way
had
to learn
Nick
a lesson.
Foles, who knew the system, who played here before.
Yep.
So he was able to come in and show his leadership.
We drafted him.
And, all that good stuff. So it was fortunate. And like with us, when Dak first came out, we was all, when Romo was our quarterback, it was like, oh man, if Tony Romo gets hurt, we're done. We had the Brandon Whedons and all those guys. And then when Dak came, and this is what I tell people, Dak had the luxury of coming in with a good offensive line. That's why I think Dak was able to gel, because that line we had, Travis Frederick, Zach Martin, and Tyron Smith, that was probably one of the best, fronts you could see in the NFL.
Yeah.
But they just couldn't win. They couldn't get to the Super Bowl.
Loyal, you had the only thing your Achilles heel was Coach Clapp.
Oh yeah, Jason Garrett. He was just a yes man, and
if you didn't have Coach Clapp, you would have done something.
Well, I like we had Bill Parcells. I just wish they would have had Bill Parcells out.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I think he's the one that turned the table for us.
Go ahead, Warren. I'm sorry. Hold on.
No. I was just adding to what Loyal was saying. The good thing about having a good offensive line like that, you give your quarterback time to develop.
Absolutely.
And it helps them. It helps them with their growth as a quarterback.
Yep.
So that's how we saw those leaps with Dak, because he had that offensive line to help him out. Now, as far as the other pieces there, I think Jerry is just not as proactive.
No.
And he just doesn't jump on those things like he should. For example, the whole Landon Dickerson issue. As soon as we saw him get hurt, we were all fans were freaking out. And I'm pretty sure in that front office, they're trying to find out how to fix it. So they even put people in position. It didn't work. And then at the end, they said, this isn't going to work if we want to go where we want to go. We bring in Fred Johnson, who won a Super Bowl with us, and said, hey, we made the mistake letting him go. Let's bring him back. So it's like they realized they made a mistake, and they went back and fixed it. So I feel like that's one thing that Howie Roseman learned throughout his process, because he's developing too as a GM.
And I feel like the old Jerry Jones. Now, if Jerry Jones went back to his old ways, I believe he has the resources to get to the Super Bowl, but he doesn't care anymore. When he first came in the league, he had a goal. He had a vision. He said, I own this oil company. I'm going to buy the Dallas Cowboys, and I'm going to make them what they're worth. And he did that. But now he's already reached his peak, and now he's like, okay, well, either way, and that's the thing. And it's for us as fans, it's frustrating because that's the Jerry Jones that we want to see. The Jerry Jones that was aggressive, that would make things happen, kind of what Howie's doing.
You know what, Warren? I want to say, because it's crazy how things work, because I never thought I would be in this position, particularly to say this with you in front of these fans here. But Chip Kelly was the best thing that happened to us.
Yeah. For a lot of people.
Yeah. I never thought I would ever be in a position where I would say that, but if not for Chip Kelly,
how that's possible?
Listen, if not for Chip Kelly, we would not have this version of Howie Roseman. If
you
Chip
put him
Kelly
in the closet, what do you expect?
Yeah.
Well, Howie's back was up against the wall.
Kelly.
Howie's back was up against the wall, and unlike Jerry, Howie has stuff to lose because he's the GM. He has to answer to somebody.
Exactly.
Jerry Jones doesn't have to answer to anybody.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. That's where the problem lies, is because he doesn't have to answer to anybody. If he had to answer to somebody and somebody was saying, okay, if you don't get your stuff together, you're gone. But he knows that.
Linda Collier says, with the Eagles, all 53 players matter. Depth is key to a successful playoff run to the Super Bowl and keeping your team healthy. She ain't wrong, fellas.
Yeah.
That's
what I'm saying.
It is healthy.
Give Jerry about 10 years. He's going to the upper room and have to answer to somebody.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's inevitable, but I'm just saying, as far as in his position, he don't have to answer to nobody.
And that's to the detriment of the rest of the team. Like, I think when the question was asked, who was the better one? Was it Tom Brady or Bill Belichick? And then you see what the answer was.
That was crazy. That was crazy.
Exactly.
Well, Brady proved it. Going down a team that
went to Tampa Bay.
I'll take it even further back and say it reminds me of when EPMD broke up. Who was the better one? Turned out it was Eric Sermon. You know what I'm saying? And look at how he did.
It's funny you say that. It's funny you say that because on that Netflix documentary, it was kind of all based on who was the reason for that championship. Was it Jimmy Jones, or was it Jimmy Johnson? My bad. Or was it Jerry Jones?
It was
really.
It was Jimmy Johnson.
Jimmy Johnson.
Yeah, Jimmy Johnson.
But,
Jimmy Johnson had those players scared. He had those guys scared to the point where, like, oh man, if I F up, I'm out of here.
That's
that
also
was
like
the way that was
Parcells
the push
yo,
that Jimmy Johnson had. Now a lot of players now, if they feel
Mhm.
like a coach is going to be mean to them, I'll just go talk to Jerry Jones. And that's where the
That's
problem.
true.
loyal. Parcells was
that's
at with the best defensive player legend, Lawrence Taylor, and Lawrence Taylor was scared of him.
Yeah.
Even now I'm scared of Bill Parcells. He's in his 80s. He's
He
still
don't play. I
intimidating.
met
Y'all
him
could
one
have won
time.
one
Yeah.
with him though. Y'all
Yeah.
could have won one with him
But
if
you
it
know what
wasn't for the
screwed it up
personality
was
of,
when
of
Jerry Jones wanted T.O., Bill Parcells didn't.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
Bill
No, he
Parcells
already
was
knew
like,
what was
okay,
coming.
fine, you're the boss. You're not gonna let me do what I want to do, and he left.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Pretty
I
much.
believe he would have got us there.
I
We
think
wouldn't
so
be having
too.
this conversation right
Because he
now
knew what
about
was
30
coming
years.
when he got TO there, he knew what was coming.
Yeah, because he knew what type of person T.O. was. T.O.'s a good player, but he's just a distraction in the locker room.
Exactly.
Yeah, he
And
splits
he
the
don't want
locker
that
room in
type of
half.
culture.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, he you got to remember now, Tuna is old school. Okay.
Mhm.
And
Exactly.
no player that and to be honest with you, I think Vic Fangio's cut from that sort of kind of cloth too. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I say that is because, like last year we brought in Bryce Huff. Big deal. We signed him some good money and everything like that. But he didn't do enough for Vic and he was gone. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
And
he's in San Fran.
Perfect example, Leo. When he was in Miami, they were crying about him.
I was about to
Yeah.
say that.
It was
Like
too much.
the word that I got about Vic Fangio is that there's no middle ground when it comes to Vic Fangio. Either you like him or you don't. There's no middle ground with him. And I listened to how Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter, how they respond to him. They was like, yo, we like him. He coach hard. Nolan Smith is the same way. They like the way he coaches. He coaches very hard. He's no nonsense. And that's what you want, because and I think it's that type of personality, is why I think someone like a Shiloh Sanders would do well in this secondary. And I'm saying, and again, that's more of a benefit for him than it would be for us. But it's just because we had those types of coaches that, players who are big personalities and stuff like that are quickly humbled when you come to the Philadelphia Eagles. And if you listen to the way those guys talk to each other and about each other and the way they support each other, they also police each other. You see what I'm saying? And that is
They
the
should.
thing. Go ahead, Warren.
No, I was going to say that comes from Kirby Smart too in Georgia.
Yeah, no,
That's
I was going to
that's how
say
that
that
coach
too.
was.
Ooh, I forgot
Yeah.
about
And
him.
they liked how he
They bring
pushed
it to him.
And the thing is, I can see if Vic was doing all that and they weren't getting any
Result. Yep.
any progress out of it,
Yeah.
but you got a Super Bowl out of it.
Yep.
So
Yep.
so now they have, hey, we got a Super Bowl out of it doing it this way. So now there's buy-in with that team. Anybody else new coming in, there's going to be buy-in as well.
Well,
So
Has got a system in place.
yeah,
yeah,
they're all like, listen, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? This is what you got to do. Our goal is to win a Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? If you're coming in here with lofty expectations of trying to get a big contract and all that stuff, you're wrong. Listen, at the end of the day, what you're going to be known for. If you're an aging veteran, if you're a veteran who still got some gas in some juice in the tank, and you just need a ring to cap off your career, you want to come to Philadelphia. If you're somebody who's looking to get a bag, if you do what you're supposed to do and put your head down, if you don't get a bag here, you can go somewhere else and get a bag. Mekhi Becton got paid. Milton Williams got paid. You know what I'm saying? Javon Hargrave got paid. You know what I'm saying? There were a lot of guys.
Got paid.
Yeah, Hassan Reddick could have got paid if he hadn't screwed himself the way he did. But the point is that even if you don't stick here, when you leave here, you will leave here better than when you got here. And if you're not better, guess what? You're gone before you could get any worse. Leo, they announced what games we're wearing Kelly Green. Bruce, let me put that in the chat for me. Let us know what games
Let me
are
look
we.
Leo, nothing for nothing, but those black uniforms you had, I don't know why you don't use them. They were nasty with them.
Those are my favorite. I like the black uniforms.
All right, so I personally, outside of the green, I'm talking about the midnight green. I'm a big fan. I am a fan of the Kelly green. You know what I'm saying? I am a fan of that. I love it. You know what I'm saying? But I also like the black when we had those black helmets. You know what I'm saying? It's scary looking to me. You know what I'm
I
saying?
also like those blue and yellow uniforms.
Nah,
Oh,
nah,
them things,
not,
they kind of
not
remind
the
me of
bubble
Michigan,
gums.
like
Not the
the
bubble
way they look.
gums.
Yeah. Linda Kiner says, tell the truth. Y'all didn't know who Milton Williams or Josh Sweat was before Reddick and Fletcher Cox left. You know what? I actually said something. This is 2 years ago. Yeah, 2 years ago when Fletcher and them was about to leave or were leaving on their way out. I kept saying, watch out for Milton Williams because he was going into a contract year. See, that's
Sweat
what
was mentioned.
yeah, that's what did me in because I was like, and the same thing with Javon Hargrave. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? Because it was like, like that year, that defense, that was the defense that was threatening to break the record for the most sacks. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? And I said this, yesterday, Warren, when you're a team, right? When you are a team or a defense that is threatening to break the sack record, okay, then that is not, those aren't players, those are goons. Okay.
Yeah.
Because they're not playing
Enforcers.
football.
They're enforcers.
Yeah, they're there to fight. They want to fuck somebody up. That's all they're concerned with. They want to beat the
Their
shit out
motto
of
is
somebody.
Leo. Their motto is wrong hood, bitch.
Right.
That's
You in
Jonathan
my
Gannon.
house.
That's Jonathan Gannon's coordinating right there.
Yeah,
That's
and
how
remember,
he operates.
yeah, remember when he said before the game, we're gonna smash the shit out of them. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
that's why he picked up Josh Sweat with the Cardinals
Yeah.
because he knows what he can do.
Yep.
Now,
Yep.
I remember that Milton Williams was in that rotation with Javon Hargrave
That's what I was
and
about to say.
Fletcher
Yep.
Cox. Just like how now we might not see a lot of Ty Robinson and Gabe Hall, but I guarantee you next year when
We
the
will.
Jomo leaves, we're going to see more Ty Robinson and Gabe Hall. So I just like this rotation when it comes to defense.
I do too. Now keep it going. Who do you think? Tell me this, Warren, because these guys are used to hearing me say it, but I want another Eagles fan to give their opinion.
Okay.
Defensively, who's our core group of guys? What's that core group of guys you like?
Our core?
Yeah, who do you think that core
Okay.
group of guys are?
I would say our core would be, it's a core four, and it has to be Jalen Carter, Nolan, Quinyon, and Coop. It would have to be those four. I would put Nakobe Dean in there, but the injuries is slowly taking them out, and I think it's going to end up being Jahad Campbell.
I was going to say that.
Once they figure that out.
Yep.
That's going to be a core five.
I'm a reserve a place for Jordan Davis just to see how he comes into this year.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of this year, he's in a contract year. You know what I'm saying?
He keeps getting hurt though, Leo.
Who, Jordan Davis?
Jordan doesn't get hurt.
Yeah, I was gonna say not Jordan Davis.
Yeah, his is just more conditioning.
Yeah,
I was
about to say that.
I'm sorry.
And the thing
Nakobe Dean is the one that gets hurt.
Yeah, Nakobe Dean is the one that gets hurt.
Sorry.
Yeah. And the thing the thing about it is that, having all these guys who have been playing together since college and then going into the season, I think Jordan Davis turns it on because and the only reason why I say that, Warren, is because the way he came into camp looking this year.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Good role player.
And truth be told, it was an improved. Last year he came into camp improved in terms of weight wise and everything, and then he built on it and even lost even more weight. And I think and that's why I wasn't mad when we picked up his 5th-year option. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I truly do believe that this will be the year that Jordan Davis comes on, because a lot of times you'll see. I think Jordan Davis is going to be just like Milton Williams. You know what I'm saying? He played behind. He didn't live up to his full potential until he really came into a contract year, and then we saw.
You think when I'm a bust, for my team was a bust, and I hate to say it because we put him as a first round, Evan Neal.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That pisses me off. I thought he could do it, and he is not doing it. And they put him in the offensive line now, and he's really not doing it. I think he's getting the axe, unfortunately.
Yeah. But the running back you guys got, Tracy. You know what I'm saying?
He's good.
Yeah.
Tracy.
Yeah. He's notable. He's definitely
notable.
Suspect,
though.
Who's
It'll
that?
be real interesting to see Tuesday who stays and who goes on each team.
Yeah.
You know what though? Loyal. I mean, from the running back position, I think y'all gonna probably end up bringing somebody in.
You think so?
Yeah, man. Y'all,
27th to 27th.
I
gonna be
mean,
a
it
lot.
wouldn't. I mean, we got Williams starting, and I think in that Blue's probably going to get a lot of playing time, and I think that Sanders will
Barring
get a lot of
injuries.
playing. Those are going to be the three I like. But
you
what
think Sanders makes the team?
I think he'll make the
Yeah.
team.
He'll make
And
the team.
then the guy that really impressed me was the kid that was playing in preseason. Not Deuce, but the
I
other
forgot
guy.
about Deuce Vaughn.
Maffa.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
yeah.
think he runs
No.
Yeah,
hard.
from
No,
Clemson.
Go ahead and let go of Maffa. We'll take him. We'll
Yeah,
take him.
I know you
No,
will.
he reminds me of Marion. He reminds me of
But
Marion Barber.
I think that
Stop them.
Deuce Vaughn's on the cutting block.
Yeah.
I think he's going to
Yeah.
be the one that's
Yeah.
gone.
Honestly, you
Warren,
think
who
he's
was
gonna
your
come
biggest
out of the
surprises?
cutting block.
Who was your biggest surprises for training camp during the preseason and stuff? For us.
James. Oh, for you guys or for us?
I
Well,
think Houston looked good.
Yeah,
Houston
James
looked-
Houston looked really
James
good.
Houston looked real
Yeah.
good the other day. I mean, they're playing the third string, but I've seen signs.
Okay.
So
That's
Warren,
good.
I like
give me your take on the
Maffa.
Eagles.
What's
No,
that?
you don't. You don't like Maffa.
No, I said Warren. Give me your take on the Eagles. Who you feel like were our biggest camp surprises?
Oh man.
Darius Cooper. I know.
Definitely Darius Cooper, Nickerson.
Mhm.
I'm worried about that cornerback position right now. Like that CB2.
Your quarterbacks are. I don't know.
I think
they're
it'll
weird.
be Jacorian Bennett by week 2.
By week 2.
Yeah, because I think he needs more time to acclimate coming in from
I can
Vegas.
definitely see that. Makuba's
Safety.
injuries. Makuba can be a solid safety and a good replacement for CJ,
Yeah.
but he just has to stay healthy. Like
Yeah.
those 2 injuries this preseason is drawing caution with me.
Yeah.
Warren,
Yeah.
which was the one you guys got carted off here recently? Was it Makuba?
I think no,
You
that
sure?
was Landon Dickerson, was it?
Landon
Are you talking
Yeah,
about
Landon Dickerson.
No,
Yeah.
that was recent.
Yeah,
The
Landon
people
Dickerson.
that got carted off, I don't think anybody got carted off. I know
Yeah, they did.
Green, the pickup that we got from the Texans, I know he got hurt the first preseason game.
And Mulata's got concussion.
Yes,
Yeah.
Malata's in concussion protocol. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think he'll
But
be all
I
right.
think right now a lot of it is just let him rest. Like
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think the AJ Brown deal is that bad. I just think these guys, think about how many games they played in the last 2 seasons.
I made that point earlier.
Yeah.
They've made in the last 3 years. If you look at the guys who were on the team, because we got a lot of guys who's on this team that played in the Super
Johnny
Bowl
Wilson.
we
Johnny
lost
Wilson.
in. Yeah. Johnny Wilson.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good call.
And see, here's the thing about my Cowboys. I wish we would have had our guys play for at least a series or 2 because
Your starters.
I think they need to get broken into.
Yeah.
I know you guys. I don't know if you guys ever played football, but when I played football, when you wear your helmet for the first time, you remember I made your head hurt, and you had to keep wearing it to get broken into. And I think that's what they need to do.
Trust me, Lord. Wearing a Kevlar helmet for the first time wasn't fun either.
Oh, Robert made a good point. He says 1 year, $10 million from the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's true. Again, if you come here and all you gotta do is just play, and you're gonna make a bag. You're definitely gonna get a bag. It's just are you willing to acquiesce to the system that's in play right now? If you can do that, you will be successful on the field and personally, career-wise too. Because if there's one thing we covet, we covet guys who are the lunch pail type of guys who just want to come in and get to work. And you see how these guys ride for each other. So I that's one of the things that I truly appreciate.
Leo, you're a blue collar. Leo, you're a blue collar like my team. We're blue collar.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, I want to say this because this was actually talked about for a hot second in the preseason, during our last preseason game. And the question was put out, do you think do you think that the Trenton, New Jersey is the cutoff point for Giants, Jets, and Eagles? And I want to let everyone know, yes, Trenton, New Jersey is where Giants, Jets ends,
it is.
and where Philadelphia fandom begins. So in this town, this is where you're going to have the biggest mix of all three teams. Giants, Jets, and Eagles. And then there's and there is a contingency of Cowboy fans. I don't fucking get it, but that is it. Like
They're an infection.
I'm gonna piggyback off what Loyal was saying. I wish the Eagles kind of played a little bit too in the preseason, just because we have a tough first 4 games.
yeah.
So I think getting that momentum going, because that we don't start off fast.
Right.
It's like these first 2 games is going to be our preseason. So
Warren,
my
that's
thing
what I've
is
been
we got
saying.
new
I've been saying.
system.
I've been preaching that since the beginning. It was this four games is our preseason. Everybody's preseason,
yeah,
and that's what worries me is with injuries. What's going to happen because they're
Yeah.
We
playing
need to
fast.
find out what we got
We're going to
collectively, and
find
that's
out
what
what
I
we
want to
got.
see. That's why I
Exactly.
wanted to see him out there for at least the series. I mean, the Chiefs are out there; their guys
Right.
are playing. I mean, at least a drive, something.
Yeah. Well, I'll say this. Like one of the things that I'm cognizant of too, and I was trying to make this point earlier was we got a lot of guys who were on the team that lost the Super Bowl, right? And so if you take that year and then you fast forward to this year, then we've got a lot of guys who have played close to 60 games in 3 years.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying?
takes a toll on you.
That's that right there. And mind you, we have a guy who's fresh off of running for 2,500 yards. You know what I'm saying? And I know the preseason is where you get your body right. You got to get, you want to get hit a few times or whatever. But at the same time, I'm looking at the way these guys have been practicing. You know what I'm saying? And that whole iron sharpens iron. I think Quinyon Mitchell is as good as he is because he has to go against AJ Brown and Devontae Smith every fucking day. Okay.
Damn, I wanted him.
Like you practice when you have to practice against AJ, Devontae, whoever else is now on the team or whatever. And then you got to turn around and say, okay, now you got to go deal with CD. You're not scared.
Yeah. And then you got Vic Fangio right there.
Yeah,
too.
and then you got Vic Fangio and everything like that. So I'm and you guys know me with this saying, out of abundance of caution, I'm okay. For now, I'm okay with these guys, with our starters not having played during the preseason and everything like that, just because, once you hit a certain number of games in a certain period of time, you know what I'm saying, you're going to have to get creative on how you help these guys recover, to include the way you approach the offseason and then getting ready during OTAs and then rolling right on into training camp. So, seeing what these and knowing what we got to deal with and everything like that, I think because of the way these guys practice. I mean, you remember how they was talking about us with these joint practices and stuff like that. We had more good days than we had bad days in joint practices. It's just that whenever we had a bad day with a joint practice, it was blown up. Oh my God, the Eagles look terrible today. It's practice.
That's the big heads, Leo. The big heads, as always.
Yeah, it's practice. So I really think that, if it, again, I would not, my philosophy would be completely different if we hadn't played almost 60 games in 3 years. You know what I'm saying? If that was not the case, then I would feel a little bit different. If these guys were off earlier in the off season than they were, then I would be like, yeah, I like to see these guys during the preseason. But because of how hard these dudes practice, you know what I'm saying, I'm okay with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm okay with it. And I do like the way a lot of these guys, because Warren could tell you, when they won the Super Bowl, you had did you notice that when the ring ceremony, there's no pictures of Jalen wearing his ring? He never put it on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He never put it on. Then you hear AJ talk about how he really thought that he was going to feel some kind of way winning the Super Bowl, and it didn't happen the way that he thought it was going to be. And he realized it wasn't winning the Super Bowl is what did it for him. It was the all the shit he went through the course of the year is what he was looking. So he got back to work early.
Leo, it's just like the same when his cell phone, when they recorded his cell phone
The lock
That
screen.
started all.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah. And here's the thing, Jalen is one of those guys, he doesn't say anything. So you have to look for little anecdotal tales that will help stories that will help you to understand where his mindset is. And it's not even coming from him. To Jesse's point, someone sat behind him in a meeting and took a picture over his shoulder of his lock screen. Had someone not done that, we would have never known that the lock screen picture is him walking off the field after Kansas City won. That was a little insight, a fly on the wall moment of how this guy thinks. If Peyton Manning had never said, yeah, Jalen Hurts calls me all the time, and he has specific questions about specific plays, and I love the fact that he's such a student of the game. We would have never known because he doesn't advertise that. We wouldn't have, Jesse. We would have never known that he actually called Wink Martindale and asked him to scout him. Had Wink Martindale said, "I ain't never had a opposing quarterback call me up and ask me to scout them." That was some weird shit. You know what I'm saying? And he did it. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that you have to, you got to go searching, you got to dig to find out where this dude's head is, that lets me know. The fact that AJ and them is like, man, we going back to work. Like they went back to training like less than a month after they won the Super Bowl.
It's like Brady picking people's brains.
Well, I've always said that I think that there are, and I use Tom Brady as this example too. If you talk to Tom Brady today, this man's been to 10 Super Bowls. He's won 7 of them. Okay.
Lost 2, remember?
Yep. He lost, to you guys. But here's the thing. If you talk to him today after having all that success and you ask him about the day he got drafted, the pain of what happened to him during that draft, that's still there as if it happened like 2 days ago. Okay? Because and the reason why I'm saying that is because there are monumental events in people's lives that forever change them. And I think what he went through on that draft night in front of his parents, that embarrassment, all that, I think it changed them. Same thing with, I think it changed. I think it was a monumental event that changed Aaron Rodgers. I also think that seeing and I think that losing the Super changed Jalen forever. I always say he ain't been right since.
Just like number 5 was there, Leo. Remember number 5 when they picked him?
When they who?
When they picked number 5?
Yeah. No, Jesse, it's not. No, I'm telling you, it's not the same. It is not the same. Donovan didn't have. Like I said, it's just something. Looking at Jalen Hurts and thinking about the way what that loss did to him, we'll never really know. You know what I'm saying? Until he's probably retired and is looking back on it all.
He's old and gray. He'll tell you.
Yeah, but for now, I just think that I think that I don't even think. I think he hates losing way more than he likes winning. Marlo, go over there. Go. Sorry.
Brady-esque.
Yeah. I think it's that and just the doubt so many people have in him too. Just
absolutely.
Yeah.
It just fuels it.
He hears it.
Yeah.
Yeah. AJ Brown said it when they won the Super Bowl and they were talking to him. AJ Brown, there's 2 things that AJ Brown mentioned that I'll never forget. He said, Jalen Hurts hates the regular season games. He said he shows off in the playoffs because that's what he knows that matters most. That was one thing that he said. Second, he was mentioning that the way that that Jalen Hurts operates is he knows everybody talks about him, but he just ignores it, acts like it doesn't bother him. But AJ Brown, to be his friend, he knows that it bothers him, and he's constantly training and wanting to get better. To prove
his father pulled him in that situation. He trained him. He gave him a warning. What the hell's going to happen?
Yeah, well, you know what? And this is where the comparison comes in now for me when we're talking about this, because the bigger the game, the bigger Jalen plays. You know what I'm saying? The only quarterback I know of in the modern era who played better than the winning quarterback in the Super Bowl. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Now with Dak, the bigger the game, it seems like the more he shrinks. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
and that's the thing about that frustrates me about Dak is like that Green Bay game.
Yeah, that's what I was
When you
about. That's
seen
what I
it,
was
you
thinking.
seen that look on his face, he looked defeated. I mean, he
Beautiful.
just looked
It was
not
beautiful.
this. I'm not just gonna say Dak. I'm not gonna put it all on Dak, but the
Understand.
team as a whole,
I understand.
they just looked defeated. And I remember
Jerry looked-
watching the halftime show and seeing Jimmy Johnson give that speech.
Oh,
That's the type of speech we needed in the locker room. And we didn't
That was-
have it with Mike McCarthy. I mean, they just, I
Oh.
mean, and that's why I just wish they would come out and say, okay, F this, let's go out here and get this. We got, but it
I
just seems
needed-
like it's hard to explain.
I needed
mental
a
thing.
side-by-side poster of Dak and Jerry Jones at the same time at that moment. It's beautiful.
Yeah, that and that was the Cowboys y'all had home field advantage.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
was number
Yeah.
two
Yeah,
seed.
that's what
The whole
killed me. That's
post-
what really
Yeah.
But the thing
Bad.
is, see, they got big head. Everybody was already talking about throwing parties and all that, and that's why I think it was messed up, because it's like, no, we didn't win anything yet.
Warren,
Like the last,
we
we went the year the Romo went to the playoffs, and him and Jason Witten went on vacation. Fuck that.
Yeah,
You need to be out there getting ready for the game.
Listen, Warren, were you like me in assuming that Dallas was going to win that game against Green Bay? I honestly assumed Dallas was going to win that game.
Yeah, no, I assumed that they were going to win that game just because I think the Cowboys were undefeated at home.
You were on a
yeah.
roll, man. You were on
We
Yeah,
a
got
roll.
embarrassed.
Yeah, they're undefeated at home. Like, and honestly, and I
Oh,
hate to bring up the
my
documentary
God.
again, but that's when the year that documentary was getting made. So even
Wait, hold up. They made the documentary the same year that they lost to Green
that
Bay?
same year. Yeah, that same
Really?
year.
And
Yeah.
then to add the insult really makes me mad is Micah Parsons went on Jordan Love's podcast. And it's like,
Yeah.
oh my God.
Really?
He went on his podcast after that. It's like,
So I'll say this because Loyal, you were there, and I think Joe was there, and so was Jesse when we were on the call on Game Time Bryant's channel with Terrence Parsons. And listen, y'all, if you haven't done so already, hit the like and subscribe button, but also go to Game Time Bryant's page and hit the like and subscribe button, and then also hit up Mark Holmes too.
That man
subscribe.
knows his shit.
But the thing one of the things that I learned about Terrence Parsons, I think you could add to Micah, is that Micah has he misses a lot of social cues. He has a lot of social miscues. You know what I'm saying? There are things that you really shouldn't be doing. You know what I'm saying? Or even saying or saying out loud. And I think part of that is, like, listen, the whole thing with him laying down on the training table, he did it for but a minute. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like he was like stretched out or whatever. He did it for a hot second and then got up. You see what I'm saying?
But the cameras are going to be on.
They're blowing out of proportion, Leo. They're blowing out of proportion.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah,
we don't know if he got correct. I think he got someone's like, hey, yo, Micah, get up, man. That ain't a good look.
But that's all that takes is that 1 second.
So it's preseason. It's not like it was a Super Bowl or a playoff game. It's not like a certain individual riding a bike say he's hurt, quarterback, or riding
I don't.
bike.
Let me tell you something. Because Micah does things that I sometimes I say you shouldn't. I get that you feel a certain kind of way, but I don't think it's a good look to let it be publicly known. And I'll give you the examples.
Look at our drafts. Leo.
Look at during the draft. No, look at during the draft. When we drafted Jordan Davis, Michael was sick. When we drafted Jalen Carter, he was sick. He let it be known. You see what I'm saying? And it wasn't even, and it was nothing. It was authentic. It was nothing fake about it. He was highly disappointed that we drafted these people. You see what I'm saying? The thing about it is that I don't think you should publicly make people aware of what you really
this
think.
Generation, Leo, they want clicks, Leo, they want clicks nowadays in social media. True. This generation is totally different from back in the day.
Yeah,
Agreed.
they
I agree.
they all look at each other as colleagues at the end of the day.
Right.
That's the way they're looking at it as
Right.
colleagues. We think they should not like each other. That same thing that you said about Micah Parsons, that's a little bit about how I felt about Slay. Because Slay was going on to Michael Parsons' podcast and they were talking. Remember, they were
I
joking
saw that. I'm like,
about
what the
CJ.
hell?
Yeah, they were doing that. Like that wasn't a good look for Slay either.
At the
Because Slay
time,
started drama in the locker room.
but here's the thing though, Warren. At the time, and this is why I excused it, right? The reason why I excused it is because
No, hell.
the only reason why I excused it is because I know that Darius Slay is an accomplished, football player. He has years and he had over 10 years in the league. So at this point, you know what I'm saying? You could look at him as one of those old guys who could just speak his mind because he's earned the right to do that, which is what he was doing. The second thing I will say about that and why I excused it is because the entire time he's talking to Micah and everything like that, Slay knew he was on the better team, so he didn't give a fuck.
Yeah,
You know
but
what I'm saying?
remember also the time when they lost and Slay was like, "I did my job." He was like, "I don't know about everybody else."
Yeah.
Back when Slay was doing his podcast, it was those little things that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. So it was. That's why.
Uh-oh, y'all.
Had him, but
Uh-oh. Marcus Blackman Sr. is here. Lord have mercy. Marcus says, be ready to take that L, Philly fans. Yeah. So, Warren. Warren.
I love the confidence.
You know why I like the confidence? Because it makes the fall even sweeter when they do.
I think they know. I think they know what's going to happen.
They do.
They know. And even, let's just even say Micah comes back and plays. Think about that rhythm. The rhythm's going to be off. Like, he's coming in soft tissue injuries. Like, he hasn't gotten hit like that.
Lloyd, do you want Micah to play week 1 now at this point?
Yeah, I mean, we have to have him play week 1. I mean, I want to see some rotations. I mean, I think our defensive ends are good. I'm not worried about our quarterback, pressures. I'm more worried about stopping the run, and I'm worried about our linebackers and a little bit our secondary. I mean, Diggs might play, but if it was me personally, if he's not 100%, I would say, okay, maybe let him get better. We need him down the stretch and stuff like that. But I would definitely want Mike out there, though.
Well,
because I think it'll be a boost in our team's morale to see him out there.
Do you want him to go out even if he doesn't get paid?
Yeah, I'd love to see that, but I just don't know if he's going to bring the same energy because he's knowing, I don't want to be, I want him to be happy on the field.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want him to go in there with a grudge or anything like that.
Well, I think, I wonder at this point, do you guys think it would, to me, I'm like, should Micah take the Kirk Cousins approach? You know what I'm saying? Because, hey, go ahead, franchise me. That's 24 million this year. Next year is what, 28 million. The year after that is okay.
Leo, Kurt was a mercenary. He went to how many teams?
I know.
He swindled Washington for 120 million at that time.
Yeah, but see, that was Washington's fault. It wasn't like he wasn't up for it wasn't like he wasn't up to negotiate.
Momo forgets that one.
Yeah, that's the part that I think that nobody really, when they talk about Kirk Cousins and his time in Washington, he genuinely wanted to stay in Washington. He wanted a contract, you know what I'm saying? But they kept bullshit and they kept playing around with him. And he kept playing on them franchise tags and made a bag. He got and then left and got another bag.
He hustled. That's got $1 billion quarterback.
But that's not due to him. That's them.
But when I look at all these players getting this money, I mean, what's really your legacy? What you want to be remembered for? Do you want to be remembered? I mean, you're going to be rich sitting at home, but your legacy is a football player.
Well, they're already started in college. These kids coming up in college got a bag already before you.
I mean, and my thing is, this is the only thing I agree with Catboy Stephen Jones on. When he says that players in Dallas, even if they don't get the top pay, if they go out and win a Super Bowl, they're going to already make money because they're going to get endorsements and all that good stuff. I mean, look at Troy Aikman. He's on Fox now. Look at Tony Romo didn't even win a Super Bowl or anything. And look at him. He's on, CBS or NBC or whatever it is, So they're going to get, endorsements that way.
Right.
I just think, I just wish they would say, okay, focus on what we need and stop being so greedy.
Right. Hey folks, listen. Again, I'm gonna keep saying it. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Help me out. Y'all know what the plan is. Don't need to keep beating a dead dog, but I want to make sure I'm gonna beat this one here. We trying to get to 10,000. Hey Warren, my goal is to get to 10,000 by week 5, no later than the middle of the season.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
What's up,
Gonna beat a
Marcus?
dead dog. I'm calling Peter on you, brother.
Jesse, see what I'm saying? See what I gotta deal with, Warren? This is what I gotta deal with. This is what it is. But look, fellas, I have kept everyone on here for over an hour and a half. I so appreciate y'all giving me your time on a Sunday, because it's we working on midnight here. It's going on midnight on a Sunday, but this is exciting times. You know what I'm saying? I think we all, collectively have to turn the page, get ready. We are in Dallas hate week now. You know what I'm saying? Getting ready to get to, in anticipation of the 53-man roster. And real quick, I want y'all to go. I want all y'all to tell me, what do you think about, how do you think highlight your 53-man roster prediction? Tell me who you think is going to make the team and who you think is not.
Dak and Milton are I don't think we're going to really lose any quarterbacks. I think Dak and Milton, Dak will be number 1, Milton will be number 2, and the other guy, I'm not good with names. He'll be number 3. But then running backs, we're going to lose Deuce Vaughn, I think. Defensive tackle, that's where it gets kind of itchy, because I don't know. I want Mozzie Smith gone, but I think he's going to make the team.
Jones's boy. He ain't going nowhere.
I think our receivers are going to be Lamb, Pickens, Turpin, Tolbert, and Mingo. Well, Mingo's going to be on IR, so I think
so Turpin and
Flournoy will make it because of that. Linebackers, I don't know. I mean,
yeah, see how you the struggle's real right there. You know what I'm saying?
Overshown's going to make it.
But
he's injured right now.
I was going to say, but y'all won't get him back until like what, week 4?
Around Thanksgiving, I think. The Kansas City game is when we'll get him back. So when we get Will Greer, there. Thank you, Coyote.
Y'all get him back.
Okay. All right, Joe. Jesse. Give me yours.
Okay, cornerback Fortune gone. Wide receiver Pascal gone. Jimmy Morsay center gone, and finally KJ Cloyd gone, and Evan O'Neal. I don't think he's here no more. Goodbye.
Really? Yeah, you said that earlier.
Wow, he's not working out at guard, Jesse.
No.
I'm waiting for. I'm telling you right now, they're waiting for something that pops out and that damn the cuts. I'm telling you, somebody's gonna get grabbed there.
Okay, so you think it's gonna come from the waiver wire?
Yeah, I'm thinking it's coming from the waiver wire, man.
All right. Now I'm following you. Okay, go ahead, Joe. Give me yours.
I'm hoping Dallas keeps Maffa. I think if they cut Maffa, somebody else will pick him up.
They'll keep him. If they don't put on a roster, they'll put him on a practice squad.
Then I rescind what I say about y'all needing another running back.
Trayshawn Holden, the receiver, I think they're going to cut him and try to put him on the practice squad. Gosh, who else? I think Akeem Richards, I think he's gone. They haven't played him much. Payne Winfrey, he's a defensive tackle. I like him. It's either him or Mozzie. I think you got to cut one of them. So it'll be interesting.
All right, I got to say the best for last. So go ahead, Warren. Give it to us.
Yeah, so I'll just start off with secondary. It's going to be Reed Blankenship, Sidney Brown, Makuba, McCullum. So I think we're going to keep those 4 in safety. Cornerbacks, of course, Quinn Young, Coop. We're gonna keep Bennett, Dory Jackson, and I think Ringo's gonna stay unless he just falls off. Linebackers, we got Nakobe Dean on IR, but we got Bond, Trotter, Campbell, and I want to say Smile London. I think we're gonna throw him in there.
I think so too.
I think Rusher, Nakobe Dean, Ezraku, Uche, and Hunt. And
Nolan
then
Smith.
yeah, and Nolan, Nolan. And then defensive tackle, of course, Carter, Jordan Davis, Gabe Hall, Ty Robinson. They're gonna have those four in rotation. Offensive side, I think we're gonna keep everybody. Uh, the offensive line is crazy. Like,
Bro.
offensive line, they got about
Yeah.
10, 11 players just
Yeah, we brought in
We'll
Fred. We
take
brought
them,
Fred
Warren.
Taylor
We'll take
back.
some.
We brought Fred
Yeah.
Taylor back. We got Tyler Steen is doing well. Brett Toth, and then of course, Jordan Mailata, Cam Jurgens, Lane. I think that this again, I had the kind of confidence in Jeff Stoutland like I have in Howie. You know what I'm saying? We have not really, if you think ever since we had Jeff Stoutland, and Jeff Stoutland goes back to Chip Kelly days too. You know what I'm
Now,
saying?
you think Fred Johnson will be a guard? You think they're going to try to work him out as guard like they did with Becton?
With Makai, move him into a different thing. Here's the thing. Fred can play both guard and tackle.
Outside, okay.
Yeah, he could play both.
Yeah.
That's the thing, the versatility part of it all. But it's also his ability to pull is what's going to be a big deal, because that was one of the secret sauces to our offensive line, which was everybody on the offensive line, including Makai, who was only there for a year. But all of those guys on that offensive line were very good at pulling. And that's going to be the thing that's going to, think. And mind you, I think from a running back position, AJ Dillon, Will Shipley and Saquon are going to be just fine. But we also got the youngin, what's his name? Is it Robinson? No.
I know who you're talking about. He played in the preseason.
Yeah, but we also have another youngin that I'm hoping that if he doesn't make the team, they at least keep him on the practice squad, and that's Matt McWilliams. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I think he did an excellent job, with making a case for himself.
And you can't forget Ben Van Sumeren too.
Van Sumeren, yeah.
Fullback. Yeah.
Yep. Well, we always gonna have a fullback, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I think that being able to have those guys, those types of again, quality depth, which, listen, fellas, if anything else, pay attention to the Philadelphia Eagles practice squad, because Terrence Marshall could end up on the practice squad. You know what I'm saying? We got Anais Smith, and also Johnny Wilson is going to be on IR. But our practice squad is going to be deep. It's going to be really deep. And I'm also paying attention to the offensive linemen that we have in there. It's unfortunate. There's a local kid named Holland Pierce that we had, who's a UDFA out of Rutgers, and he's from Trenton, and I'm hoping that, he gets picked up somewhere,
we'll get him, Leo. Don't worry, Leo. We'll have him.
Listen, y'all, Warren, he's King Dunlap size.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's tall. He showed up at Rutgers. He walked on at Rutgers, and when he showed up, he was 450 pounds. You know what I'm saying?
They'll take him.
Yeah, big boy. He's like 6'8", 6'9". He's tall.
Fed.
Yeah, he's a big boy. You know what I'm saying?
Take him. We'll adopt him. Now
he's like 330 or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
We'll adopt him, Leo. We'll take him off your hands, man.
Yeah, listen, he's raw. He just, it was dope seeing Jason Kelsey taking the time working with him during the training camp. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it was, I really hope that, he'll have made a case to, if he doesn't make it to the practice squad, to make it on somebody's practice squad, because again, he's a local kid.
We'll show you, Leo. Don't worry. We'll present him to you. See how you like him.
Jesse, kiss my ass, for real. Kiss my ass. But look, fellas, I so appreciate y'all coming on here. I will definitely be making sure that I schedule the next one out. And you guys, I want y'all all to feel free to hop in. Warren, me and you, we got to do something. We got to lose, first of all.
I gotta get you on the pod, bro. I gotta get you on the podcast.
Matter of
You
fact, and hold on for a
Make
second.
it open, Lauren. I'm in.
Yeah, we should just all have a big ass round table. Everybody
Well,
on there
that's-
Hell
before
yeah, that'd be
I'm
funny.
trying to set
before
that
the
up.
kickoff.
That
All
would
the
be dope.
Eagles, Giants, Cowboys, Commanders, all
We
of us on
should.
there. Just
Yep.
Where
That
big
would
ass
be
round
dope.
Just
table.
let me know when I'm ready. Let me know.
That would be dope. A round table with everybody. I think that would be super dope. And hold on for a second.
And get a Momo. I get a Momo roast too. Momo, we coming for you, Momo.
do we really, you know what I'm saying? Is that what we really want to do? You know what I'm saying?
Let him do his
really want
sermon.
that?
You know what I did to him, Leo? What did I did to him a while ago?
Yo, all right. So Warren, we were on Mark Holmes's channel.
Oh, I
Earlier
watched
today.
y'all. I saw y'all.
Oh, you saw when Jesse triggered the shit out of him?
Yeah, I saw.
Unleash
And made him
Weapon X.
leave. And
Yeah,
he
y'all made
left.
that man opted out.
I was like, oh, that's so
Can't-
sad.
You can't
You
do
don't
Mo
piss
like
off
that.
Weapon X.
You're gonna be ready next weekend.
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah. He's coming. He's coming for somebody next week. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna be Jesse. He's gonna really have it out for you, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Bring it. I'm like Scarface. I take your bullets, man. I take your bullets. Cockroach.
All right. Hold on for a hot second.
Just like your stadium there over there. Bunch of cockroaches and damn internal fucking Niagara Falls in there.
We almost lost Jalen Hurts because of that stadium. That's crazy.
Exactly. Prudential don't even want to take them. I know you've seen this, Momo. Momo, we coming for you, Momo.
All right, Warren, you got that right?
Yeah, I
What's
got it.
that?
All right, yeah. All right, fellas. With that being said, I'm gonna let y'all have the last word. You know what I'm saying? How you feeling about your team, where you're going, and then we're gonna shut it down after that. Go ahead, Lloyd. I'm gonna start off with you, dog.
I just want us to improve every week.
Okay.
I
Understand.
know we got a new coaching staff and everything else, but I just want to see us improve and not look back.
Facts, Coyote. Facts. Coyote said, "This is the calm before the storm." All right, go ahead, Jesse.
Like I said, boys, let the games begin. We'll do what we got to do. Our schedule is our schedule, our bar. Eagles, you're our bar.
Mm.
We beat you, we beat you. We don't, we learn. And one more thing, I want my respect back. Momo, you're first.
Ooh.
You're coming.
Ooh.
We are here.
Oh, oh, oh. Go ahead, Joe. Hit it.
Man, that was just, I've been saying it for whole off season. They just got to stop the run. They got to run the ball. I hope they gotta start doing that. And it's gonna be hard week one against your tough defense, but I'm hoping they can at least make it a game. That's all.
I think this is going to be a better defense than this year than we were last year. I really do think that.
That's what Drew was telling me too.
Yeah.
And text.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see for
Yeah.
sure.
Go ahead, Warren. Hit it, man.
Yeah. Hey, I'm just hoping for a Hurts MVP season. That's what I'm aiming for. I definitely think that's gonna happen. But yeah, if y'all ever want to check me out, Eagles Collective Podcast. It's me, 3 other guys. We go on every Tuesday, talk birds. I know we got Cowboys fans that we're gonna actually be debating with on Thursday. So
Wow.
if y'all want to check that out.
Wow.
Yeah, I might have to watch that.
Yeah. So
wow.
we just having fun.
I'm in. Get me. One, come get me.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying. That we want to get a roundtable of just all the whole NFC East and try to do something where we can just all come together and just talk ball. But yeah, that's our whole goal. And all Eagles fans, we all think differently, but collectively, we all want to get this ring again. So check us out.
At your service, one. Holla.
All right. I'm gonna just say Warren. I've already gone on record as to say that I believe that we're going to win the Super Bowl again this year. So that is what my expectation is. How we get there. I think that we're at the beginning of witnessing something very special, and when it's all said and done, and Jalen Hurts is finished playing football, we'll have caught the Dallas Cowboys and maybe even surpassed them in Super Bowl wins.
Hey, Lil, you buying tickets to see the Super Bowl?
Am I buying tickets to see the Super Bowl?
You ain't going to be there.
I don't know. I mean, because to be honest with you, I have so much fun being around my friends and you guys now. I don't know if I'm not. I don't know. I don't know. I think I just prefer to be because I think I might be live streaming and doing this, so it'd be much more fun for me.
I'll be there.
All right, bet.
Interact. People makes it worthwhile.
All right, guys. With that being said, thank you everybody for coming to the bird sections.
Appreciate you having me on.
All right, fellas, y'all have a good one.
Take it easy.
Peace.
Take it easy, guys. Love you guys. Take care.
Go Birds.
Don't forget me.